Hello, I'm Mega Dryad, and this is the Stanley Parable, a game my friend told me about, and I really want to play because anything with an on-the-go narrative and just demented craziness in it is just right up my alley. So we're gonna get stuck into it, right in there, like an axe. The end is never the end. I get the feeling we're never the end. I think we're gonna have to remember that. Question is, will it load? Oh. But I remember seeing a playthrough of a demo of this and thinking, oh, I will have a go, and then just never got around to it. But now I've got the full game. So we're going to do... Well, we're going to get to the end of this, the proper end, as long as it takes.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
A literal office drone.
Others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
He met his future wife.
When he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay then.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. I can't jump. Why can't I jump? Why? Why can't I jump? Oh. That's really annoying. I want to jump. Hello. Oh. Well, that was the computer that was turned on. Ah! Okay then, we'll play ball for now. We'll play ball. We'll see. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It is.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drink it in, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay,
But
onwards.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay then, let's get
And
to
so
it.
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But that's a glowing... Okay. We'll just carry on. I want to, but there's nothing out there.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Don't do anything and take it out on everyone around you. Ooh. Let's go in here.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow.
I think it's
just
safe
an
in
empty
here.
Broom closet. No reason to still be here.
What will he
It was
say?
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom
Nope,
closet.
not going.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is,
could
he's
play air
literally
guitar.
just standing there doing sweet FA.
There's all sorts of things I could interact with. There's a wrench, broom, bucket. I could sweep.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because I can. I'm a silent protagonist, damn it. Why would I offer...
You realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
It's a very well-designed
I never would have
closet.
thought to mention it.
They mentioned it an awful
Maybe
lot.
to you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom
closet ending?
The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
They probably would as
Stanley
well.
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or the drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Well, what can you say? What stays in Vegas? Oh no, what goes to
I've
Vegas?
come to a
Never
very
mind.
definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Yeah.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit,
And
were just
died.
about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
That's exactly what
In a
happened. I'm
situation
away
like
from
this,
keyboard.
The responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who
Wait,
happens to be
hold on.
nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the mystery of narrative tropes in video gaming.
Oh,
So
God.
that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay, fine, okay. We'll do it.
Second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any. You too. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay, we'll do it. Okay, we'll go. Okay, fine. I'll call this bluff. Let's keep going. Right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Kind of afraid. But who would want to go upstairs to the boss, you know? Oh my my. Executive bathroom? Why?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no, this is presumably by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This is somewhat like the bit in Portal where you end up in the back rooms. Uh-oh. Mama. I'm a little scared. By little, I mean a lot.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Super emo, yo.
When for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, good! I want some answers, damn it.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, well, that sucks.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I reckon that's a bluff.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
Nah, it's bulls.
Confront his death.
Lies. Okay. Well, I didn't die. Oh, crap.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Oh, super
Stanley
crap.
can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
What the hell?
Never in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Why would you do this?
Death was of no great loss.
Oh!
The eyeballs from
I'm gonna get smushed.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No! I don't want to be squished. Uh-oh. Hello.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
What?
As Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
That's horrible.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office. As
What?
as ever. What
even
exactly
is
did the
this?
narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Nature
Do you see
paintings.
now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh my god. Oh wow. Yeah, we could spend all day on this. It's... That's amazing. It's actually the credits. Holy God. I got nothing. The boss's office throughout development. Wow. My mind is blown. It's like the end of 2001 when you end up in the freaking... Well... What?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can
What?
stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Lies.
Do choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time choose.
Well, I got smushed. Super smushed. Guys. Well, that just... I definitely died.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What
Yeah,
if he had to make
I'm not
a
going out there. I'm
decision?
straight. I'm
What
going to
if a
die.
crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed.
I agree.
Days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure beyond
Oh God, I
any
can't
doubt
even get out.
was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
What?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the
No,
pressure.
no.
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained
That's
for that.
mad.
No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
But
nothing will hurt
surely
me.
it's just going to turn
Nothing
off
will
again
break
and...
me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited.
This is such a surreal experience. Why did I do this to myself?
Gone by, he no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that
Let
if he
me
waited
out.
long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Okay, so that's not an option. We'll go with that. Okay, out I go. No.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Yes. No. Everything was yellow and my... What? Why? What's changed? What's happened? Ah. Huh. But 420 blazing, yo. Sorry, I just shouldn't know that. Drugs are bad, kids.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Yes!
he entered the door on his left.
Successful. I did it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go, oh,
Nope.
no, oh, no, 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 no. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room.
Oh,
Please
wouldn't you
take
like to
your
know?
time."
Oh, I will. Bam, 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 bam. Hey, graphical glitch on there. Wait. Will it trigger anything? Nope. Never mind. Okay. I just like
Coming
annoying
to
him.
the staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
No.
his boss's office.
I'm going to see what's down here. And then that's it for the Stanley Parable tonight.
But
Hello.
Stanley just couldn't do it.
Oh.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Oh.
His boss would think
My
he was
God.
crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence.
Oh
in a
my
single
God.
moment for no reason at all.
This is
None
getting
of it made any logical
crazy.
sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet
Yeah.
when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for
Oh,
that
no.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
He's breaking the
No,
fourth
Stanley
wall.
said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Yeah, we're totally asleep.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer. An
Sadly,
explanation.
I am
His
awake.
coworkers weren't actually gone.
Stanley, wake up, damn it.
He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to
Boy,
himself,
you do
"I
lally
suppose I'll
tap.
wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid." So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then
No.
He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was
Holy
so much
shit.
fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then
What?
perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
The stars.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Ah, that's a good
Now
question.
the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
This is going to be
When he
particularly
thought it all
hypnotic.
very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams. The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Yeah, dude.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain
Boy's going
without a doubt that this was in
insane.
fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Oh, it's Stanley's internal monologue.
And he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
Oh,
the
dude.
press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Where's this
I'm
one
through
going?
with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Self-delusional. Ah, psych.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake
Oh.
me up. My name is Stanley.
Oh, damn.
I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just
Stop having to
tell me
freak
I'm
out.
real. I must be real. I must
Oh my
be.
god.
Can anyone hear my
Oh,
voice?
this is horrifying.
Who am I?
Oh, who are you?
And everything went black.
Quaid, start the reactor.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh my
And although
god.
She would soon turn to go call for an ambulance. For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career. And
That's
by
dark as
extension,
fuck.
the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. Whoa. Damn, son. Okay, we're gonna carry on this another time. Megadryad out. Subscribe, like, follow me on Twitter at Megadryad, YouTube Megadryad, etc. I'm gonna go curl up in a ball and let my brains dribble out my ears.